Hey guys, what's up? It's Kathy, and I'm here with another process video for Hip Kit Club, and I'm using the June kits. Still got lots of uh, June kit pieces left over, and so this week I was focusing on tags, Project Life cards and tags, but I didn't end up using the Project Life card that I had picked out. It just didn't really work out for me, but I did get a chance to make these tags, and this is new. I've never made tags before, and I really like how they turned out. I got my fringe scissors working for some of them. And I was just showing you that I had just, had some stuff on the back of them too. So, if I was going to make tags and then use them for, say, like gifts, I wouldn't have just glued that piece to the back. But this this was a lot of fun. I didn't film me making the tags, so I just wanted to kind of show you in slow, like not slow motion, but regular speed, what the tags look like. You can kind of get an idea that they're just a combo of lots of different pieces from from the hip kits. The happy is from the May hip kit. It was a Bella Boulevard chipboard set that I that got shipped to me for June because it was missing for May just because of a of an error with just stuff. Not even a big deal, but I got them and I just decided to use them with my June kits because they go so well together. So yeah, if I wasn't doing this for hip kit specifically, I probably would have grabbed some of the older hip kit stuff as well because the May stuff matches really well and even the April stuff matched really well. So this would be a great way if you're trying to kind of kill a kit to make some tags to kill your kit. I don't I don't focus on killing my kits. I just kind of incorporate my stuff, but I always have like little bits and pieces of stuff left over, even just regular ephemera wise. So this would actually be a great way to kind of get rid of some of that, and especially if you can make them for presents or whatever. Like I know a lot of people like to make their own gift boxes or Christmas tags or things like that. So obviously this is a great little tip trick to use up some of that stuff. So I tried to, when I made them, I really wasn't trying to make them all match necessarily. I was just grabbing pieces that I liked to add in. So I kept it with the silver because I started using the Becky Higgins Project Life ephemera pieces, and they have silver foil. So I didn't bring in the DIY shop uh, phrases like I could have if I hadn't used the silver. But I don't mind in some cases combining silver and gold, but in this case I didn't really want to. So I just made sure I kind of kept a little bit, like a flow through them, where I tried to have a little bit of a piece of something dark and a piece of something yellow and a piece of something pink and a piece of something blue in all of them, and then buttons and wood veneers and different things like that. So I also have these fussy cut flowers, and my idea was to kind of make them coming out of the tags, all four tags, and that actually ends up being really busy. So I think you see me glue it all down here, and then it fades out to the next section of me working on this, and you'll see that the flowers are moved, and I removed two sections of flowers because they were just a little too much. It just became a little too much going on, and I like busy layouts, but this one was getting a little too busy to me, and I had wanted to mat this layout, so I needed less. I needed stuff not going so far out to the edges. Actually, would you shut the door for me? There we go. Oh, my husband's being very nice and shutting the door for me since he just came home and I'm filming and didn't want to get up because I'm lazy. Anyway, yeah. So I was just saying I kind of tried to keep them some similarities between them so that they would kind of go well together. I used my fringe scissors just to get a little bit of texture. I'm going to pop them all up so that way I can kind of going over the photo a little bit if necessary to bring them in closer. And I put twine around them. I just kind of like having twine in my tags. So, they didn't really need it, but it also brought in a little bit of darkness because the tags are white, the background's white, so you're kind of losing them. And this way it kind of helped. So you can see what I did. Like, now I've got these two big clusters of flowers instead on the tops. And the top left and the bottom right, which left a little bit of space. And I'm going to back it with the polka dot. So it's not a harsh one. Oh, I had some glue that got stuck. Let's try to get it off. Normally I wouldn't care, but it was white and there was like this dark stain of glue and it was bugging me. But of course, this is like one of my favorite papers in the kit, just because I just have a thing for tiny polka dots for some reason. I have no idea why. So I cut out the middle just so I could reuse it doing something else, which, most of us know is that old trick. And I think I ran out of tape runner. And I still haven't bought an ATG. And I could have, because Michael's had a coupon. And I could have got it like 55% off one day and 50% one day. But I'm just still like, to me, it's such a big investment, even though it really isn't. Because the amount that I spend on buying those replacements is quite pricey. So, yeah. I'm kind of focusing on the mood board. So one of the things that I took from the mood board was the way that they had the Polaroids strung. And that's why I started out with my picture looking like a Polaroid. And then another thing I took from it was the basket of flowers. And that's why I have my bouquets of flowers. I kind of wanted to do bouquets once I saw that picture. And another thing was there was a Scrappy phrase, and I decided to kind of incorporate these black clear stickers just to kind of accent that the black writing, just to kind of bring in something else. So I add in those. I'm just playing with the last of my fussy cut pieces. I still have another piece of that floral paper. I just fussy cut from some leftover paper that I had from a different layout. So I still have even more to play with. I love it. I really wasn't sure about fussy cutting it, but anyway, you can see I'm going to start doing something here. So one of the things I loved about that paper was these little like dots of black that were on it. I liked the contrast of it, but of course, once you fussy cut out the flowers, you lose that. So I just grabbed some tool paint or acrylic paint or craft paint, whatever you want to call it. And I just kind of did a bunch of little splotches, tiny little dots with like the tip of my brush, dry brush. I didn't water down my acrylic paint or anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to mimic that from the paper. And it's just kind of a little subtle texture. I don't know. I like it. Especially against the flowers. I find it works really well. But of course, I'm the kind of person that would have to include it on all the sides. Just to make it even. So I'm thinking I want to add a title because I've got a lot of space over by the tag that says laughter. Now, I filmed this and I took a picture and everything and did not journal. But that is probably where I will put my journal. That's where I'll put my journaling. When I go to do my journaling, which will probably be in a little bit. It'll be under this bottom part of the title where it says love. I'm going to do my journaling there. Just because, I've got that space. And it'll probably just be a couple lines. So I wanted to write selfie love. But then I didn't. Then I was like, you know what? It's more of an Instagram picture. So I wrote InstaLove instead. And I like that because, not as many not as many letters, so it's not taking up as much room going across, which is nice because I didn't want to trap any white space. I didn't want the title to reach from the tag to the other flower because it doesn't do that on the bottom, and I'm just kind of weird like that. So I like how that looks. And that means I got a chance to use these alphas because there's so many different things for making titles in this kit that like half the time I don't even get to use the alphas because I'm using, how it says laughter there and happiness and all those like great ephemera pieces and the Dear Lizzie phrase pieces. Like, I don't normally get a chance to actually use the alphas. So I'm glad I got a chance. I'm outlining my paper because I just wanted to kind of have that differentiation between the white cardstock and the polka dot cardstock. And if I had a sewing machine, as I say, like almost every video, I would have stitched with like a colored thread. But I didn't have, I don't have a sewing machine. So I just kind of drew a line and kind of did some wonky stitch work looking stuff. So I'm adding in some of those brads, and I had to add in 3 because that's just how I am. And I had to add in the one with the Instax camera, even though I wasn't using that kind of camera. It was just perfect for it. So I could not get this stuff to come out. I don't know, maybe I just didn't, I must not have did it properly. But anyway, I did get a few little dots because I didn't want any big splotches. And I just kind of used the tip of it to mark some down. So yeah, and that's about it. So thanks guys for watching. Pictures coming up, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye!